thank you guys so much once again for joining in. The purpose of this webinar is to actually go through the presets that we created, and then also we wanted to see the extent to which the presets can go in terms of its capabilities. And then again, also as an additional bonus will be, navigating your way through Lightroom, making the best out of those, presets. And then also to be able to get, unique and very exciting, how do I see it? Beautiful pictures. So thank you all for joining in once again. Can everyone hear me? It feels like I'm
Thank you for having us.
Yes, please.
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, awesome. So this is going to be an interactive class because the webinar is not for me, it's for you guys. So you are going to dictate the course of the class or whatever that we are doing here today. You understand? So as we go through the presets, as we go through, the few adjustments that we can do to enhance the presets or to enhance our images, you guys can ask questions. You guys can, chip in ideas. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? All those things, so that we can be able to, learn. And then at the end of the day, we all tend to benefit the class. Are we on board?
Yes, please.
Awesome. I believe you guys can see my screen, right? So I'm already in the Lightroom module. So I will just dive straight into the develop section, and then we will go through the presets. I'm sure, when it comes to presets, I'm sure you guys know how to already install presets and all those things. So that shouldn't be an issue. We have very limited time. So in order for us to be able to move quickly, that shouldn't be an issue. Now it's very easy. The presets will come in a zip file. Then you unzip and then you get a folder. Once you get a folder, you can just come into your Lightroom, right? When you come to develop, for instance, you just you come to the presets column here, and then you click on the plus sign. Once you click on the plus sign, you can go to import. When you click on import, then you have access to, let's say, the presets you downloaded from, so it's probably in your downloads. You can easily go into your downloads and then open up the presets. Then you select the preset and then you import. It's that simple, it's that straightforward. But I've already imported them, so there wouldn't be a need for me to import them again. And then also I asked that you guys share some of your images, but then the file request was to 7 p.m. So as of now that I'm talking, we are downloading the images that you guys sent in. And so as of now, you cannot add more pictures. So the ones that we have, eventually we will import them all into our Lightroom, and then we'll also explore with them. But before that, I have some few images that we will use. I hope you guys understand.
Yes.
All right, that's awesome. So just a quick one. We have our first image here. So what I would want to do is to introduce the presets. We have 6 presets in this pack that we are releasing on the 25th. And all these presets have, various capabilities, and then how and where, and, in a way that they thrive, or in the way that they are able to do very well. So we'll just go through, the presets. I named the presets after, the people that actually make a film, because the preset has this cinematic feel to it, this kind of film vibe to it. So we named the preset after that. But then we also did a description where you can have a fair idea, what the preset does, and the kind of effect it gives to the pictures. You can read off from the title what it does. And then also, in terms of
Coming from.
how it reacts in natural light, how it reacts in using LEDs, how it reacts in using strobe lights and all those things. There are various pictures that we can use to, test out the preset and see how best it can, it can help us, right? So we'll just dive straight into it. Now, for this particular image, is a natural light image, and it was shot without without nothing. But we realized that from the picture, it has this green floral.
You kind of connection, Gizan.
Can we mute? Can we mute ourselves? Oh, okay. Yeah, we have this floral backdrop. So usually, typically for an image like this, you would want to make sure that it is very clean, and then also the greens are popping. So the preset that really works for this kind of image is what we call the Foley artist. So it has more or less like, very strong greenery and really enhances and pops out the picture. The thing is, in this, what makes this preset very different and unique is the fact that there are marks, AI marks built in them, and all these AI marks have their own, sort of like adjustments to it. For instance, when we take this particular preset, you can see that there are marks, new marks, and like marks, layers of marks, built in them that treat various parts of, the image automatically. That is what makes these presets a bit unique and different from, the previous versions, because of the AI tool and the AI feature that we are using in and through the image. And then at best, what we can do is to control the amount of the presets that, plays around. I mean, that you can play around the amount of filter or preset that we apply on the image. Are you guys following? So I mean, this is also the same thing. We have in the preset, you see that we have one of the presets called producer. This has a vintage. I keep accepting people, so that's how come I keep. This has like a vintage, vibe to the entire look of the image. So this is this preset is called the producer. So it has this kind of vintage. It's not the same as the Foley artist. So you can see from here what the Foley artist does to the image. And then right off the back, when I move to the producer, you can see what it does. So, and then again, this also has, the max built in there. So you can come into the max, right? And then you can make a few adjustments. For instance, I can go into, let's say, background depths, right? I can go into background depth, and then I can make a few tweaks. Let's say I want to brighten background, and you can increase it from here. You can maybe, let's say I want to add a little bit of, color or saturation. You can do that from here. All these things are built in the preset where you can make these minor adjustments, and then you can see that it is done a lot of, it is made a lot of changes to the image. Also for this particular image, I can say that, oh, The outfits, I can't see any detail in the outfit. I want to pull in a lot of like a few details in the outfit. So I can come into the marks again, and then I can click on outfits. Once I click on outfit, it's already selected the outfit. There are already some changes that are or some adjustments that have been made. So you can further enhance it and make other adjustments to this particular. So you see that I just took out the highlights from right, and then it just pulled out the highlights, and then we can now actually see, the details of the shirts. You understand? So overall, with just 1, 2, 3 clicks, you have something that it looks nice, and this is the before and after. This is the before and after. So you can see clearly like what it really does to the image. You guys following, and do you guys have any questions so far? All right, sure. So
Inshira, can you please mute your mic, Inshira? This one.
Let me mute it for them. Guys, try as much as possible to mute your mic so that it doesn't distract the class. It's a classic. Yeah, so I mean, should we move on to the next image? I think we can move on to the next image. Okay, all these things are very similar. So with these outdoor natural lights, I mean, any of these presets, especially the Foley artist and then the vintage cinematic vibe, you can see that it makes a lot of difference in these particular images. Yeah, these ones. I think this is one of my favorite for this particular picture. You can always adjust the intensity from the left-hand side, and then also probably, let's see, for this particular picture, I think it's cool, but I just want to throw some more light on the face. So I can just bring out my radial marks, just pull in a little bit and then increase probably exposure, and then a little bit of shadows. Right away, you have, a very nice picture right there. So let's just move on. Okay, so this picture is quite interesting. Why? Because of the backlighting, and I feel like it will be a bit difficult to edit, So one thing about these presets is because it's a cinematic, it has this cinematic vibe, it really deals well with highlights. It really does deal well with highlights. And so let's try out some of this picture is already overexposed, right? So whatever we do, definitely we are going to sort of like work on the exposure at the final end. But let's just glance through the presets, and then let's see which one is sort of like really given. I think I will take opinions from here. So if I hover over the presets, the ones that you think, oh, this one actually they be, make we try them, then you propose them, we actually try it out on the image. So which one do you think is really going well with this particular image? I mean, you guys can see it or send it in the chat, something like that. So I'm just scrolling through them one after the other. So the gaffer is the black and white preset. So which one are you guys feeling so far for this particular
Producer vintage looks great.
Producer vintage looks great. All right.
Yeah.
Except for probably maybe the skin colors.
Yeah, I think let's see the before and after. I think it does something to the skin, right? That changes the hue of the skin a little bit, makes it feel a bit unnatural. So probably we can reduce the intensity of it, right? And then maybe work on the white balance a little bit. So probably we will want to warm it just a little bit, and then we'll pull out the magenta to a little bit. And you can see that like it's correcting the skin back. So this actually looks very nice. Probably we'll work on the exposure a little bit more. So maybe just drop down the exposure a little bit, and then probably bring down the highlights to a little bit. And I think overall it's very natural. And then what we did with this preset is that we built in some skin smoothing, skin, toning maxes in there, just to make sure that, I mean, we have a lot going on in terms of the skin. So before and after, let me open up the max for you guys, and then let's go to probably the skin. So let me toggle it on and off. Able to see the effect of what the preset is doing to the skin. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's very subtle and evening out in the skin. So that's what the Lightroom now is helping us to be able to do. The maxes are really helping us to actually do a lot. For me, for this particular image, I was considering the colorist, right? I was considering the colorist because I feel like it's very soft, very natural, and really goes well with image. See the before and the after. You see how well it handles the background, blown out, So this image, this particular image has issues, but you can see that it has really done a bit of a job, trying to bring out the subject, bring out the image, and then also the skin and the skin tone and everything looks very natural. I mean, with just one click, if you can have this, I mean, that's sort of like impressive. Okay, let's move on to the next image. This particular image, also something similar to what we saw in the previous image, where we have this strong backlighting. However, I mean, we also have the subject and then some skin tones to work with. So we can play around. Let's see what you guys said. The producer, wow, it really does something to the image. I think it's quite impressive for what it does to the image and the kind of mood it gives to the image. Probably let's try say the composer. Okay, something like the composer, very natural, very warm. So you can see that in the extension of the names, you can see warm, outdoor, indoor. It sort of like tries to describe the image in a way. We're just correcting exposure, and you can see that we've come a long way from before and after. Very natural, colors, and then also it really works well with the background and all that. Let's move on to this particular image. This is just, detail. With that one, you can do anything you want. Yeah. Okay. This is also an interesting one. So for this particular one, let's just go through the presets. Let's hover, and then we have a fair idea what we can do. So see the producer. What do you guys think?
The producer is really fire for this part.
That's impressive. Let's try the actor, right? We haven't really tried the actor yet. So now the actor, what the actor does is it really crashes yellows. So as we move forward, you see what it does. It really crashes yellows and tries to make the picture feel like it's clean and it's like almost like everything is white. You understand? But I think it does also well with this kind of look as well. And then let's say this one. Nah, composer is not killing it for this one. Like, I think the producer works fire. I think it just sets the mood, guys. This is nice. right? And this is just one click. We haven't yet started to, do the adjustments. And I think that is the beauty of, having these kind of presets. It just gives you a better way to start, a better way to, or an easier way to start. And then from there, you can, build up the image from there. So you look at this particular image, probably just do some correction in the highlights and add some small exposure, and then I'm good to go. You understand, guys? It's really unique. Nice. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next image. This is a group image, right? Let's see which of the presets can work for this particular image, guys. I'm feeling this colorist. So I already described what the actor can do. Now, what the colorist does is to more or less give you a natural color. However, it sort of cleans the image and brings out, that kind of grainy cinematic vibe. But how the idea is to maintain the color of the image. So if you look at this particular image, right? Let me just correct the exposure. And then let's see the before and after. You can see that it sort of brings out the true colors of the image. If you look at the greens from the original, from the raw file to what it looks like in the post-process, you can see, you look at the skin tones, everything is sort of like really to the letter, what it is in real time. And then you can even see the jackets. You see, usually something like the producer will change the color of the jacket. Can you guys see? The producer will change the color of the jacket. But for the colorist, it sort of maintains the color. And see how it really evens out this rough highlight patch on this man's piece. You can see how it evens it out and makes it look very soft and natural. I think that is where this particular preset thrives. So yeah, we'll move on to the next image. Oh, we didn't try other ones for this particular image. Let's try other ones for this particular image. Let's see. Composer, not bad. One. You see, the Foley artist really does a lot, but then it just looks very green, right? Probably we could reduce the amount and all this. And then what I would typically do if I'm editing this particular image is to sort of like balance this part of the image. The exposure, right? I'll just pull it down a little bit with the highlight. And I think like we have a very fair, very calm, good image on my day. So I mean, these things will really set the tone for your edits. Let's move on to the next image. This one. I'm thinking maybe black and white would work for this. Nah, I don't really. A lot like that. Oh, this is fun. Guys, what do you think? It's between the Foley artist or the let's see the producer. Oh, the producer too is not bad, but I feel like the colors are too off for this particular image. I'm moving towards the Foley artist, right? And then probably reduce the intensity of it. Well, I think we have to. Yeah, just the right. This guy will suffer in just 2-3 years' time. Who agrees with me? So yeah, so let's see the before and the after. Let's see what it does to the colors and all those things. Yeah.
My goodness.
But we've helped him. We've helped him to a point. You look at
Yeah.
look at his friends. He's on the path. Anyways, that's just for jokes. Let's look at this. So you guys can see that these are Canon pictures. I think this was shot on the I think the R6. Yeah. Yeah. And these are I think this was flash, right? Yeah. So let's see. You see how the raw file looks, in terms of the skin and all those things. We can definitely do something different with this, right? The masks are being built, so it looks some way. Oh, guys, this looks like a movie. What do you think? Hey guys, there.
I'm crying, sir.
Yes, yeah, here. But this is wild, though.
It looks like a movie. Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, one click will do maybe intensity, and then maybe we'll work on exposure. Let's see this one. Okay. Hey, we have an issue here. So typically, how would you work on something like this, guys, in your Lightroom as you're editing and you come across something like this? How would you handle it? Like you see that the skin is getting blown out. What do you typically do? Anyone can contribute. Hey, nobody will say tone down the shadows. So how do you tone down the shadows? You can turn on your mic and then you can talk. Because for this particular image, it looks like it's just this part, right? So are we going to use select the subject, select the tool? What are we doing? What typically can we do? I'm looking at the fact that Lightroom has all these tools available for us. What would you typically do?
For me, I think I'll just mask. I'll use the brush to mask the blown out. Then I'll just lower the exposure. That's what I'll do.
Okay. So should we try it out? So let's mask it. How do we mask it? Let's mask it. What am I going to do? I'm going to select. Should I use a brush or an object or a radial filter or what?
Yes, I think the brush will be okay.
Brush will be okay.
Yeah, use the brush to. Yeah, you brush the
Okay, let's
overexposed parts, then you reduce the exposure.
Oh, it's working. Let's bring down the highlights just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And then if you are courageous enough, you can try something like this.
Yes, that one is perfect.
So, it's not perfect. Probably it could be perfect in Lightroom. Let me say Lightroom, Photoshop. But this sort of like correct. Yeah, you can just use dodge and bend to correct this in Photoshop. So yeah, that's not bad. We've learned something. Okay, let's come to this particular image. This particular image is an LED light. and it was an LED light. So it's very, underexposed, very dark. Let's see what we can do. Which of the presets probably can thrive here. So guys, as usual, we are going through it. You advise me where to stop. Which one is catching your eye? It enter my eye.
Colorist is entering my eye.
Hey.
But actor 2 is really nice. Colorist.
Yeah, the colorist is nice, but I think we just pull down exposure small. It will be very nice.
We should pull down the exposure on the color.
Yeah, very small. Like it will be okay.
So let's pull down exposure a little bit. And then probably white balance a little bit more. Okay, let's see the before and after. Okay, looks interesting. Guys, see what it's doing to the skin. It's like you have even done some, you sent it to Photoshop and back. No more Photoshop. Anyway, so yeah. Okay, I think that something similar for this one. This one, let's try the composer. Hey, it's warm.
I think composer worked very well, but I was a little warm.
Yeah. So probably we could just reduce we could cool it a bit from the light, the white balance. With these presets, what we did was we worked pretty much on every aspect of the Lightroom. We used most of the sliders to actually tweak things. But then what we left out was the profile. And then also what we also left out was the lens blur effect. Okay, those were, I mean, the most part because, I mean, depending on the camera you're shooting on, and then the profile you decide to choose. I mean, this is a very basic profile. This is the Adobe Color profile. I mean, once you guys shoot, what profile that you're shooting from, whether neutral, standard, you guys can always alter these things in the profile section, and then, I mean, you can get the best out of, your images. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a bit warm, but I mean, some people like their pictures that way, so, I mean, we know vex. I feel like the skin too is a bit unnatural. So probably the colorist will work here, and also the actor. Oh, see the actor. The actor works so well with neutral colors where you don't find too much yellow. It will show you a fire. So let's see the before and after. Guys, see. Yeah. That's a whole lot. So you can see what it does to the yellows. You can see it crashed it here. Yeah. So yeah, that is the facts. Then we move on to the next image. These ones. Color is not bad. Let's see. Black and white.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
I've been waiting for the questions to come.
Can you use two presets at the same time? Is this something I just want to know?
I doubt you can. I doubt you can. You can actually use two presets at the same time, but then there's a caveat, right? So, for instance, if let's say I take a particular image. Oh, this black and white is mad. Okay, let's move on. Let me look for a picture that I can use to give you guys an example. Okay, let's take this particular image, right? Let's take this particular image, for example. I can start with a particular preset. Maybe let's say this is Mac. Let me just go for, let's see, this one, the actor, right? And then the actor sort of like corrects their clothes color, all those things that they are wearing, everything. It makes it feel like, very nice. But then I don't like the greens, right? What normally I can do is, for instance, I can move this picture into Photoshop, right? I can move this picture into Photoshop. And then I can probably make a few. Can you guys see the Photoshop page?
No, it's not showing. We are seeing the Lightroom instead.
I just seen the Lightroom. Oh, you're bad. Okay. So let's say maybe I make a few adjustments in Photoshop, right? And then I save the picture, right? The picture comes back into Lightroom as a TIFF file, right? Okay. It comes back to Lightroom as a TIFF file, right? So this is the before, and then this is the TIFF file. Now I can come and apply another preset on it. You understand? I can apply another preset on it just to fine tune new things, and then I'm good to go. So that I can have, two different presets. But then, I mean, that is how maybe I think you can do it. It doesn't Lightroom hasn't yet given us the opportunity to, let's say, add layers and layers of presets. The only thing they've been able to help us do is to be able to control the amount, like that we can even double the effect at the filter session where you can increase past 100. Aside that, they haven't really given us that opportunity to do a lot with. Now let's move on to, let's say this is a studio. This is a studio shot, right? This is a studio shot. Let's try some studio portrait and see what is that, right? So this is a very normal, simple picture. It's a strobe picture with some sort of like rim lights coming in from the right-hand side. And let's see how best these presets can work on something like this. Let me see which one you are feeling. So this is actor not really funny. This is colorist. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let's see, composer. Foley. Gaffer. The black and white works, but we want something color. This one too doesn't look bad.
Hey, producer preset.
Producer preset, yeah, you understand the loon, Allah. You guys will finish me. So let's see the colorist. So let's take the colorist for this one. And probably
Sir, please, I want to ask a question.
yes, sir, please go on.
Okay, so with this kind of presets, can you shoot with strobe and still get the same effect, or it's compulsory you have to shoot with continuous light?
No. This is a strobe picture. This particular picture.
Oh, okay.
This is a strobe. I'll show you some other strobe pictures that we have. Flash, strobe, everything. it's as versatile as it can be. I mean, so let's say maybe we just reduce this one a little bit. And this particular image, I want to turn off the background because I want the background to be bright. Maybe I'll even turn it off. I'll actually brighten it from here. All right. And then let's add some crop. And let's see. So let's see the before and the after. I mean, soft work. That's something. Yeah. All right, it's not bad. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. So let's see this particular picture, right? So this picture is a bit problematic because I feel like, you know, the face is a bit blown out. This is, I think this is this, how was this picture shot? There's an octa. Oh, okay, so there's an octa there, and then there's a flash to also rib it. No, this is an LED. Oh, okay. All right, so, but there's an octa there, you can see from here. There's an octa there. So it's strobed, right? Let's see which presets can work best for this one. Let's start with colorist.
Let's say, please, one more question.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay, so please, how do you mix shooting with continuous light and flash? How do you complement the two?
That one, yeah, I mean, we won't finish today. But then I think that the most important thing is for you to know the purpose of the lights in the image. So let's say you take the flashlights, like flash photography, for instance, and you're using maybe, let's say, a flash in an octa, or let's say you're using an AD200 with an octa. Now, what do you want the AD200 in an octa to do? Is it going to serve as a key light? And then also when you are introducing, let's say, another light, which is, let's say, the LED light, what is it doing? Is it a fill light or it's a REM light? That is the question. Those are the questions you should be asking yourself so that you are able to now know the purpose of the lights, and then you can be able to now use the light to your benefit. So you can it's always interchangeable. You can make a flash a rim light, you can make it a backlight, you can also make it a key light. It's the same way you can use an LED light for a rim light, you can use it as a key light, you can also, so it can always interchange. You understand? It can always interchange. For instance, this particular image like this, it was shot with a parabolic, I think 160 centimeter parabolic, and then the rim light that is coming from this side is an LED light. It's an LED panel, a rectangular LED panel. You understand? So you can always mix the two. You can always mix the two. Do you get the point?
Okay, so I get it. Thank you very much.
So for instance, this particular picture, for instance, this is an LED light front, and then LED light as key light, and then LED light as, you know, backlight. Do you understand? Yeah. So I mean,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So let's play with the kente a bit. The kente is a bit of an issue, especially the way we treat the colors of the kente. So it's really an issue. For this, something like this, it's just green and purple. It's not bad. I mean, almost all the presets can really work well with it. For instance, let's take this particular preset, for instance, the actor, right? One click, and then probably, I feel like the white balance is not given like that. So probably we can work on the white balance a bit. We can warm it a little bit, and then Probably work on the exposure a little bit more. And then there we go. We can also reframe the picture just a little bit. Let me crop it. So just, and then before and after. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, so let's try on this particular image as well. Let's go for those raving about producer. Let's see if producer can do something here. Let's see. Producer, with this particular picture, if you send this picture to the client, the bride will beat you. Because see what producer has done to the bride's kente. The bride will tell you that I paid money for this particular color. And he turned my kente into this. You get the point?
Yeah.
Let's see the colorist. Ooh.
Much better.
Let's see the colorist, what the colorist is doing. Wow, that's nice. Check it out, guys. Easy. This is just exposure. We didn't do much. Just click exposure, and then we have something beautiful to write home about. Maybe those who don't like shadows too much, we can just pull up some shadows away from the image. Pull up some shadows, some exposure to balance the scene. The bride will say that, man, someone to minim koko. And you guys said those things. I mean,
Yeah.
all of them come and they'll fight you, you know. So, I mean, you have to, the goal is to satisfy the client. It's not just about what you feel is nice or, you know, when you are doing your own personal project, do what you feel is nice. But when you are serving people, you do what they want. You understand? So, I mean, I think this is beautiful. What do you guys think? Before and after?
Yeah. Nice.
Look at this.
Perfect for this picture.
I like Scone.
Yeah, it's powerful. All right, we have just like 2 minutes. Oh, Charlie. They are giving me pressure here. They said my time is up.
The class is very interesting and time is
Asababu.
more time, boss.
How many minutes can you give me? 5 minutes. Yes, my boss. Okay. So the gaffer thrives well here, especially when you have situations where there are light and shadows, very big contrasts. This preset does so well. Really makes the picture really stand out. Check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Easy. That's so one click, boom, on to the next. So there's a lot of work that has gone into, you know, the curves and all those things. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I just want to scroll through so we can pick a few conditions that we typically get to face. You understand me? And then we can make the best out of it. Oh, is my computer moving slow? Let's take this kente, for instance. Because of where the region we are in, we work with a lot of kente and the things. So, for instance, this kente like this. If we should put any preset on it and then the color is looking off, it doesn't bring to life what kente really stands for. See what a producer is doing to the kente. So disrespectful. But let's see what colorist can do. Yeah. Correct exposure. I think this is very natural. And then it preserves the colors and really enhances it. Easy. So yeah, I mean, that's which of the presets haven't we really explored? So we can also tackle those ones and then we can call it. I'm just scrolling through the pictures. Aha, these ones are interesting. Aha, okay. So see, let's check out this particular picture.
Sir, can we know the price of this preset, the new package that you are about to launch?
Who can take a guess?
$.
Who can take a guess?
Free for all of those, for all of us in the class.
Around, is it gonna be
I
around
think-
$50 to $100? I don't know.
Shouldn't it be more than that?
I think it will be $80.
Hey, you can't do that.
Hey, boys.
Yeah, boys.
Sorry, back.
Yes, beg.
Those of us who joined the class.
Okay,
let's
is
give us
it
some
more
discount.
is it more than 100? Just the question. Is it more than 100?
No, it won't be more than 100. So the actual price is 75.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
That's fine.
And then the thing is I think what I can do for you guys is that the first 100 purchase, we could put a seal on it.
Okay.
So that like so what I would do is that once it goes live, the first 100 people to buy it will get it for $50. And then
$50. That's
once
good.
it hits the 100, automatically the system will bring it back to the original price, which is 75. I think and what I'm doing.
When you are launching it, please let us know on Instagram so that we can rush.
Yes.
So what is happening is that no one knows this information except those in the class, you that you are coming. So I won't put it out there that the first 100 buyers get it. So you guys will have a full 24 hours to yourself to make the purchase on the 25th to the 26th. Then I mean we can announce that. Do you understand?
Is it coming out tomorrow?
No, 26th. So that's Sunday.
Sunday.
Please. Time.
Please let us finish with the last picture because it seems time is gone.
Yeah. Please.
Please will it work on all versions of Lightroom?
No, it won't work on all versions of Lightroom. Only it will work, I mean, from 2022, and it will also work in 2021. But the Lightroom versions with the Max, I mean, the Max part makes the difference. The AI Max parts make the difference. So at best, you should be able to get Lightroom, update your Lightroom, and then I mean make the best out of it. Pay for the Lightroom too as well. Those using the cracks.
Money no deal.
See what the actor does here, guys. One click. See what it does. Wow. See what it does. See what it does.
Can I ask one more question, sir?
Yes, you can.
So, like, do you think Sony camera can also achieve this type of color science that Canon has? Does it work on also Sony cameras and Sony pictures?
Absolutely. It should be able to do. Once it's a raw file, it should be able to do.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Yeah. I think even for Sony, the dynamic range is even more broader. So it should be able. Once you pull probably the profile to Adobe Color, it should be able to do that. And then let's try 2 more pictures and then we are done because my time is up, guys. Let's look at this. I want more difficult images. Let's go. More difficult images. So an image like this. This is a very difficult image because of, what we are looking at, the background, the contrast, the shadows. So probably something like this, the colorist can do a lot of, or can be of a lot of help, right? You can. I mean, the possibilities are endless. This is a vintage car. This is a vintage car, right? With so let's use a vintage preset. Yeah, looks too much. We can reduce it a bit. We can increase warmth, increase exposure. I mean, we made progress. Let's try another one. Let's see what composer looks like. Oh, composer does better. This one is for you to judge. So the one that liked the composer, there's a meter. So, I mean, it all boils down to how best you can use these presets. Let's try this one. This is an outdoor. I've seen a picture. I think is a different scenario. See this, guys. See where the actor really does it. Check it out, guys. Probably reduce it a little bit.
Wow. It's giving.
See what it does.
Wow.
Yeah, guys. So
Yeah, I like this.
we just remove the pimple here with 1 click. There we go. That's it. Right.
Wow.
Let's try this one. Reception pictures, indoor reception pictures. Let's see which of the presets will kill.
Filmed an actor, bro.
Sorry. Let's see which of the presets will kill this one for us, and then we call it a day.
I'll kill it.
Yeah, that's it. Wow, I'm shocked too. All right, so let's see this. Okay, composer. Oh, this one, the skin is too warm. Black and white. This one too has this soft feel to it. Beautiful. Let's go with the actor. Okay, actor. Maybe we'll do a few corrections here and there. Reduce the exposure a bit. Guys, let's flex a little bit. Let's go into the background depth. Let's add some contrast. Let's pull it down a bit more. Let's add some saturation. Let's flex a bit. Let's add some hue. Yeah. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, before and after. That's lovely. So it does a lot. It does a lot.
I've seen something. Do you always tend to shoot your image a bit more warm and then reduce the color temperature on Lightroom? Because most of your image are pretty warm.
No. I think what we do, we shoot, we try as much as possible to shoot neutral tone. We try as much as possible. Maybe this picture, right? Is this picture warm or is cool?
This is cool.
Yeah. Composer. Right? All right. So it depends. Sometimes, let me see if I can get a cold picture. Most of the pictures, it really depends. But most of these pictures, I didn't shoot them myself.
Okay.
Yeah, most of them. So yeah. So I think one more thing, and then we are done. I was trying to download the pictures that people sent in, but it doesn't look like it's a lot of pictures. But let me pull it in. I think I have. Guys, how come you couldn't upload the raw files? What was happening?
I was able.
Hold on a second, guys. Let me just pull this in a bit, and then we can just call it a day. We just try two or three pictures on people's pictures that is sent in. Oh, they are JPEGs. My goodness.
Do you shoot both raw or JPEG or only raw?
No, their goal is to shoot raw. These presets work on JPEGs, but I think they cannot bring out
The best of the best.
the best of the best. Absolutely. This is a lovely image. I love it. I wish it was in raw, guys, because this preset, the producer could have done something fire to this.
I don't know why you receive it in JPEG, but
Oh,
Uploading the raw had a problem. It was giving error.
oh, that's so bad. But look at even the JPEG. See what it did. See what it did. Just look at that. That's done, Oh. So I mean, oh, let's try this. I like the fact that this is an architecture. Let's see what will happen here if we try that. This is the last image and we are done. Okay. Colorist. Colorist. Okay, it gives us a different vibe. But definitely it won't, we would have to make a few tweaks. For architecture, some sort of this, we might have to add some clarity. We might have to add some dehaze. We might have to add some vibrance. We might have to add some contrast. And then I think we have something good. And guys, this is just JPEGs. But look at what it does. It really enhances the image. And I like the fact that it's giving this hue. Let's be creative a bit. Let's play with this hue, this blue hue here. I mean, what I'm doing, you guys will definitely pick some few tips on how you can enhance your images, even aside the presets. I'm picking this hue here, right? And then probably I'll move it into the blue, right? See what it's doing. And then I'll give it some saturation and then also some luminance, right? There you can see the difference, right? Right there. So, I mean, with Lightroom, it looks like the possibilities are limitless. And I mean, over to you guys. So I'll just take two more questions and then we are done. Thank you guys so much for joining in the class. I hope this class really blessed you guys. And I mean, it opened up the possibilities of Lightroom and even these presets that I'm sharing with you guys. Definitely, it is a part of me. It is, you know, years and years and years of my explorations, my, you know, good days, bad days, all the things that we've learned over the period that I want to share with you guys. So definitely look out for 25th as we launch it. And then I hope you guys enjoy it. And please, 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 when you probably use it to edit pictures, just maybe give us a hashtag. We'll release a hashtag that you can probably just chip it in. And then we just want to track progress. We want to track what the pictures, what the presets is doing for you guys and how best. And then also, if you are enjoying the preset, you can leave a review. If you have certain questions, certain issues, you can always leave a review on our website. And then we are more than willing and happy to follow up. So guys, thank you so much. This is the JLP, the wedding collection. This is the old presets, the previous ones before what we are releasing now. I don't know how many of you have that preset. If you have that preset, I think I will give you an extra $10 off.
I bought one.
I have that preset.
I bought one too.
Yeah, I do.
So those that have the preset, right? Let me put in my email address. You just send me a receipt of that preset you bought, and I will send you back a 10% code that you
Okay.
can, get that discount on a $10 code on.
Okay. Can we have your email or?
Yes, I'm just typing that in the chat box. So you don't need to say
Also,
just send me.
Do you have a time frame like on Sunday when you're going to put it up live?
Probably after 4.
After 4, okay.
Yeah. You could gmail14@gmail.com. So send me an email. Send me an email and how come I'm able to send to? Okay, send me an email to this. Just email your receipt. I'll send you a discount code.
Receipt.
Yeah, when you buy the preset, you definitely get a receipt. So just send me a receipt or the notice, a screenshot of a receipt, and then we'll send it to you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in, and I really appreciate your time. Yeah, I hope you guys have learned 1 or 2 or 3.
Mr. Juma, what of us that bought the morning dew?
Yes, I bought the morning dew. I have one preset for you guys, but
Okay.
It will come probably a few days after the release of this one. So just keep checking on the store. There's one special preset that is a preset that I think you can use to import all your pictures. I mean, right from the back, one click, and then you have it. You can use it to import pictures, and you have a good place to start from. It's natural, it's clean, it's vibrant. I mean, it's something that you will really enjoy. You definitely. Thank you guys so much, and then it's a bye bye from here.